And spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, playing for Onside Gaming. This is our Korean Zerg. In the yellow, it is Solar.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have the red Protoss player hailing from the lands of the Netherlands, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Harstem.
You know, I only just noticed, and I think it's because they let them pick their own colors in this. Onside players always pick yellow. Do you reckon it's in their contract that if they can choose their color, that they have to choose yellow?
Well, if they're anything like the Ducklings, then I have to say yes. I have to. I don't know if you notice, but Dolan, whenever he can, he
in
also
the yellow,
picks
yeah.
yellow. Yeah. Otherwise, he's fired.
You're not eating if you don't pick yellow.
It's the only way, Bobby. It's the only way. Oh god. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so Harstem comes in for an early scout here, and I missed the unnatural natural, not going down in the natural, so I thought this was some kind of crazy build. Instead, he's just going to be harassing these minerals. Solar having none of that. Going to be chasing him around with the drone. This is what I would do as well. I don't like being annoyed by probes.
Not gonna lie, when you were like, oh, I was like, my mind was racing, like looking at everything. I'm like, why is he freaking out? What's happening?
It's a hatch gas pool. Oh.
He's crazy.
He's crazy. He's lost his mind.
He's gone, Papi. Doesn't he know how Miyamika plays? Doesn't he know that you go pool first every game? Oh my god.
Yeah, and then cancel the pool and throw down 2 hatches.
Oh my god. But yeah, for the time being, everything is looking quite standard here between our players. I'm pretty excited to see how Harstem plays PvZ, just because I don't get to see it enough. What he kind of leans toward here. Are we going to be getting some Mass Blink Stalkers? If I recall correctly, this was the period where Charge Lot Archon kind of compositions were a little bit more popular, less so the hero style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Charge Archon definitely coming back into the meta in a big way. I would say that doesn't really sound like Harstem to me at the same time. Harstem's not really the kind of player that I'm sure he's capable of it, obviously, but I don't really think of timing attacks when I think of Harstem. I kind of think more of just pretty standard macro game and going into not quite the late game army, but like the almost late game army, like Mass Disruptor, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it, so we'll see how things kind of progress here. For the time being, everything is quite normal. We had a Stargate opener from Harstem, and already diverging a little bit from the norm, he's going to be opening up with a Void Ray.
Interesting. So starting off with that Void Ray, just to deny a little bit of scouting, going for 2 Adepts as well, so Harstem definitely on the aggressive side when it comes to this opening. Gets a scout on a pretty standardly timed 3rd base as well. And Solar just playing things pretty straight up for now. I do think as well as a player, Solar tends to start things off straight up. And if he sees any opportunity for any timing attacks, he has got an encyclopedic knowledge of timings that he can go for.
He is Wikipedia, Papi. He will be going for it. Meanwhile, his Lings do counterattack across them. He does dive on top of that probe, so he's going to be able to force a delay on that 3rd of Harstem. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, the Overlord is slipping in and getting a full scout of the main base. Despite Harstem going for a Void Ray first, he has actually missed the Overlord, so Solar gets a full scout and does confirm that we have an Oracle follow-up.
Yeah, so a little bit of a feels bad there. The Void Ray not getting the best value here as we do see the rest of the Overlords going to be coming back home. Another Link Scout being sent out as well just to try to find this 3rd.
Man, when you were saying how like you don't feel like Harstem is the kind of player to go charge on Archon, my brain immediately went Skytoss, and I was like, nah, there's no way. And then he opens Void Ray, and now we have a 2nd Stargate.
Yeah, and a Phoenix, so...
Yeah.
I mean, Roddy was here at this event. Is it possible that Roddy got on Harstem's computer and played his games for him?
Confirmed, it wasn't Harstem, it was Roddy, and no one noticed. They look so alike.
True. And they're both Dutch.
They're both
both Kevins, right?
Yeah, they are. They actually are. They're both big Kevs as well.
Yeah, there you go. Confirmed.
Confirmed. Yes. There we go. We have double Stargate production for these Phoenixes. They're being banged up back at home. For the time being, Solar is in the dark. He's going to get a nice surround, though, and he's going to be looking to clean up these adepts.
Yeah, there we go. Dev's going to be going down. Doing a lot with these Lings, and Solar just going to be moving out with these Queens as well, getting the creep spread going, pushing back these air units of Harstem.
Oh, exactly. Forcing the Warriors back at home does get eyes on even more adepts as they're being morphed in back at home, which is quite normal. You know, they're typically what you expect to see to defend against Lings. But Solar isn't going to be taking this line down. We can see the creeping spread. We can see Dropper Lords on the way.
I don't know how Solar works out these things. I really don't. It kind of blows my mind, but he seems to know what he's up against.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, he's already got a lot of queens out on the map. We do have, of course, the creep highway on the way. Pneumatized carapace is finished up. Overlord speed is done, and Solar is going for it.
He knows this is double Stargate. I just don't understand how.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's actually crazy. He just now sees all the Phoenixes, but he was already planning to pull this off anyway. Is this going to work out, though? Because we don't have that many queens, and the Overlords are going down. We don't have any transfuses. We don't have any creep.
Yeah, one of those queens goes down in that Overlord as well, and this Void Ray going to be doing work here. We do see a pretty good amount of damage going down. It's really important for Solar as well that he does take out this shield battery, and there we go, it goes down, but we do see the queens are starting to be taken out. The roaches are starting to go down. I think that's just a little bit too much here, though, and nothing on the ground for Harstem.
Exactly, because the investment into the double Stargate production, into the Phoenixes, there's nothing on the ground. The third base is going to fall, and even though Solar won't be able to break the natural and end the game, killing the third is already good enough.
Yeah, I mean, this was pretty heavily committed from Solar. He doesn't have a fourth behind this, but he manages to get a few queens out of there. Should be able to get a few of these Lings out as well, but no, the door is not closed. The wall is not a wall. He'll be getting straight on in there. Harstem supply blocked as well. The Phoenix won't be coming out.
Not like this, puppy. Supply block probes are falling left and right. You know, it was kind of okay for Harstem to lose his third. Like, he wasn't completely out of it, but now losing all of these workers, this is just getting a little bit out of control. He still has a lot of Phoenixes and he can counterattack, but those leftover Lings, once again, they get eyes on the third base, and the Hydra Den is already done back at home.
Yeah, Solar being very active with the Lings, and considering how much he's hurt the economy of Harstem, I definitely think it makes quite a lot of sense to go into Hydras here. He should be able to find another timing here.
Yeah, he really should. Meanwhile, I was about to say that the wall is still not a wall. The Lings, if they wanted to, they could have gone back into the main base, but they kept a couple of transferring workers towards the third. Meanwhile, the Queen count, the Hydra count is slowly building up back at home. Harstem finally gets across that with his Phoenixes, but at this point, it may just be too late.
Wait, why is he going charge lots? This is not how the Patty Mac goes. DT's next.
DT's.
Get it right.
I mean, Patty Mac is at HomeStory Cup. Maybe he can coach Harstem after this game. Maybe he can.
He's going to sit down with him, just completely uninvited, sit down behind him and be like,
hey,
you did good, but there's just a few things that you're missing here now.
You're doing it wrong.
Whips out his notebook. Giant notebook, and it's just got a big picture of a DT shrine in the middle, and he goes, have a look at this page. I think you just need to take a little read of this, just go over it in your own time.
I was gonna say, you think he has a notebook? Mate, he has an A4 piece of paper that, that he's got like in his pocket that he keeps with him at all times, and he whips it out. He's got a picture of that dark shrine, mate.
It's laminated, but it's got like coffee stains on it, and it's a bit ripped on the corners.
Oh my god. He knows, Bobby, he knows, and unfortunately there are no DTs to defend, so Harstem, the wall isn't a wall once again! Solar, he just walks in!
Oh, the pylon goes down, so that shield battery overcharge has been depowered. This Phoenix actually doing quite a bit of work, going to be picking up every single Hydra, and that was not a great trade for Solar.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The Hydras were left isolated. They didn't have the support of the Queens or the Lings. They were trapped by the charge lots and by the Phoenixes, so Solar throws away a lot of gas.
feel like I'm watching you, lad.
It's me, puppies.
As he does this.
Patty Mac's gonna sit Harstem down. I'm gonna sit Solar down.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, the way you threw away those Hydras, it was good. It was good. But you could have thrown away more Hydras.
Yeah. Why is there a fourth base? Why are there drones here? You know, all these drones could have been more Hydras.
They could have been Hydras. But what are you doing? It's Banelings. They could have been Lings. As we do to see that fourth of Harstem is going to be cancelled. He does have a little bit of an awkward dance here with these Phoenix. He does have a lot of Phoenix, and he is just trying to cut off the reinforcements here of Solar, but well, the Hydras are getting underneath them.
Oh my god, yeah, just one moment. Harstem, he wasn't paying attention, does lose 2 of his Phoenixes as a result. At the same time, though, Banelings do crash into these charge lots.
Yeah, the charge lots maybe just being left a little unattended there and eating up all of those Banelings before Bane Speed even finishes. So that's some pretty nice value for Solar, considering that we do have some Archons being starting to be made by Harstem. He does kind of threaten to stabilize here, but the creep is starting to reach this middle area here, and if those queens can transfuse, that ups the value of this army by quite a lot.
Yeah, and I think there's just too much here. Harstem is turning around with his Phoenixes, and that can help out, but these Archons are having a really hard time. The Banelings do crash into the Archons, and the Chargers are closing the distance here. In come the Phoenixes from behind.
Yeah, it is a go time, but these Archons, they stray away from the safety of these shield batteries. They are all going to be going down. Looks like the Phoenix are going to be able to clean this up, though. They get some pretty good value, but is there enough here to deal with the reinforcements of Solar?
Oh my god, it looks like there's barely enough. With the help of the Immortals, every queen is going to be going down. The charge lots clean everything up as well. And these are very costly fights for Solar. He doesn't have a saturated fourth. He lost all of his drones earlier. Like, economically, he is hurting.
Yeah, Hydras are not cheap, and these two players, they remain very close in supply, and that supply of Harstem, it's not all Phoenix anymore. He does have a pretty nice ground transition coming along with those Archons, with those Immortals as well. So, yeah, I think Solar's chances of making this Hydra bust work are becoming a little bit more slim as time passes on, especially with Storm on the way.
It's almost up in smoke, mate. Like, that Solar, the window is almost completely closed with how he can make this push work. He's going to try one final time. He is not droning at all. He knows how all in he is. He's making nothing but Lings. He has one last push left in him. I don't know if he can pull it off, but he's going to try.
And there we go. Harstem, despite the lack of a shield battery, is going to be taking the fight. Looks like the charge lots are going to be eating quite a lot of those Banelings, but all the Phoenix here, they are back. They can pick up these Hydras. It's really going to help with the army, but Harstem, he's losing everything.
Oh my god, Harstem is losing a lot here. It looks like with the reinforcements trickling in for Solar, he barely has enough to break on through. He's focusing down every single Phoenix, but the Immortals and charge lots hold on to the fourth.
Yeah, he loses those Archons, but the Immortals do stand strong, and the Immortals really the backbone of this army here.
Yeah, they really are. And against Hydras, they aren't doing too bad. He's going to be able to clean up a lot of this creep. Solar is getting ready for wave, what is this, number 5? He's getting ready for another big final push. And what I will say is that this time, the Phoenix count is basically reset.
It is. We still don't have a battery here for Harstem as well. He finally starts one up now, but might be a little bit late. We do have Storm pretty close. It is done, and the High Templars are on 70 energy, so we're very close to having Storm.
Yes, Storm is going to shut this down. Storm is exactly what Solar doesn't want to be facing against right now. He's pushing up this ramp.
Ooh.
Storm is done.
Massive Storm, that first Storm, so crucial here. That surprise factor really coming in clutch there, and does lay down that Storm on the entire army. Once again, those Hydras taking so much damage here.
Not like this, Papi, and now there's nothing left. G! 1G!
The big G.
Big G gets called, and Harstem takes the first game. Oh,
that was a clown fest. That was crazy.
That was crazy, Papi. Solar, he was looking quite good and quite powerful early on, but if you remember, there was that one fight where his queens were left, like, trying to waddle up the ramp, and he moved in forward with his Hydras a little bit prematurely, and he fought with pure Hydra against charge lots and Phoenixes, and he lost his entire Hydra army, and from that moment, you know, things started to turn in Harstem's favor. That was the fight that he needed to start that comeback.
Yeah, that was a rough fight for sure.
Yeah.
I kind of thought at the time that it wouldn't be enough to sway the game, especially with the Mass Phoenix, but the Mass Phoenix did work in the end.
Yeah, he did really good. He even like annihilated the 4th mineral line as well, so he just forced Solar all in. Like every time he came in, he would pick up basically half the Hydras as well. And that's just so much DPS taken out of the picture there for Solar. Like, oh yeah, just Solar maybe aping a little bit too much to begin with, and just being in a really rough position. And yeah, it was a really good solid game from Harstem.
Yeah, 100%. So, with that, we do have our final game coming up. It is going to be on Inside and Out.
Oh,
And is Solar going to be able to tie things up with Harstem?
is this the first time we're going inside
I don't know.
today?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so, because we've had a lot of Moondance and Stargazers. Like, there we go.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, one of the more common and popular maps we're getting here for the first time tonight. And Asher, hey, take us in.
This map too. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the Korean Zerg in the yellow, down 1-0 in this series, looking to come back and tie things up. This is Onside Gaming's Solar.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have his opponent. The Red Protoss player representing Shopify Rebellion from the land of the Netherlands. It is Harstem. Oh boy, and already having a solid lead in this series. He's going to be feeling pretty good about himself, pretty good about his position here, but can he go all the way?
And he indeed as very interesting. Harstem really mixing things up today. I kind of interested to see this out of him. I don't think of him as a kind of player who, mixes things up in this way in particular.
Yeah.
But
mate, let's go, puppy. This is a Gate Forge opener, a macro cannon rush here. Not all in, just designed to force a cancel at the natural. And Solar, he has eyes on this. He pulls the boys to try and stop this from getting up and running.
oh, that's fully walled, isn't it? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense. This map's terrible. It's broken, puppy. We do just see going to be using that cannon to pop himself out. So this is a really interesting little tidbit as well. Harstem, he does have his YouTube series where he basically does cheeses only or cannon only. Just a thing that he's been doing. I think he has an account that he does that on that's around the same level as his main account. And I guess that practice has been paying off to the point that he feels comfortable doing it in tournament games like this. So that's very exciting to see him opening himself up as a player in that way.
Yeah. I mean, cannon rushes, they do work at the highest level of play. We always got to bring up Prince cannon rushing some Terran players to death. Things are a little bit different here.
I feel like I haven't seen a PvZ cannon rush in ages. I know Parting used to use them quite a lot, and I think they're still good, but we just haven't really been seeing them.
It's true. We haven't seen enough of them. And again, this was a Gate Forge opener, so Harstem, he's transitioning back at home. This is only designed to kill the natural hatchery, and that is it. That is enough to get the Protoss in a good position, and he will get the hatchery.
I want to try this. As we do see the Adept going to be going across the map for Harstem as well for a little bit of follow-up pressure here. Is just going to make things a little bit more difficult. Might even be able to get that shade onto the high ground and really delay the cleaning up of these cannons. But no, it looks like instead just going to make sure that he gets that scout on the third base here.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that Solar isn't going one base all in or anything crazy like that. We can see these cannons are still alive, still posing a massive threat and making it annoying for Solar to try and saturate his natural base. His drones are stuck in his own main. And behind this, Harstem is following up with a Stargate.
Yeah, there we go. So pretty quick Stargate coming out. He did have to delay his Nexus by quite a lot. And the way that he's got this Stargate positioned as well, I feel like he has aggression on his mind.
Yeah, I mean, he went double Stargate Phoenix last game. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a second Stargate and commits into Sky Toss this game. We shall see as we have continued Adepts on the way. We have 2 of them out on the map, and we should be seeing, what do we have first? An Oracle? Yes, an Oracle.
Yeah, there we go. Solar misplacing his hatch and replacing it as well. Maybe just a little bit flustered by how this game's been going so far.
Mate, if he 1G'd in game 1, like, what are we going to be seeing in game 2?
After G, man.
Oh my god. We do have Lynx going for a counterattack. There's no shield battery behind this, so Solar could be looking to get some counter pressure, but at the same time, the 2 Adepts come in across that, but then Lynx aren't here to defend. Oh no.
Yeah, the Lynx are not here. There is a lot of damage going down here. Light is smudging. 6 drones going down, and Harstem simultaneously keeping the front safe, so really nicely done. And yeah, all that cheesing practice is paying off.
Papi, I'm here to reveal that I was in Germany. Ronnie played for Harstem and I played for Solar. Losing 6 drones like this is brutal here. Solar, he is straight up behind economically right now because of the late hatcheries, because of all that drone damage. He's going to try and reciprocate. He's got some links across the map, but for the time being, Harstem is doing a great job at meeting up with those links and protecting his bases.
Yeah, absolutely. And funnily enough, out of this more cheesy opening, we're seeing Harstem going for one of the more standard continuations that we've seen so far. So no double Stargate here, and with the extra Oracles, does look like he might be poised to go for more of this hero style that we've become more used to in this meta.
Yeah, I would love to see it. Meanwhile, 2 Oracles get across map. 5 drones are going to be going down. At the same time, Solar tries to go for a bit of a run by, but once again, all of his links get cleaned up, bar 1. And I really do appreciate this from Harstem because he's just getting further ahead, right? Like, he's not going to try and kill Solar with like a 2-base all-in follow-up or anything like that. Like, no, he's taking his third. He's taking it slow.
Yeah, just extending his lead here. So there we go. We do see that Twilight Council going down. The Forge, of course, already there. So does transition in quite nicely. It's quite a natural transition. We do see him losing one of those Oracles, but 3 drones are going to be going down. Gets that Revelation as well. Saves that Oracle just. Yeah. And we do have another Ling run by.
The Oracles survive. Only 1 Adept goes down in the Ling run by as well. Solar just hasn't really been able to be too cost efficient with his own Lings. But despite all of this, we'll see if he can pull something off. He is going for a Roach War and he's taking some gases.
Yeah, I did say that I didn't really think Harstem was the kind of player to go for Charge Archon, but here we go. We do have Charge being researched. Twilight Archives is on the way as well. This Overlord's going to be going through getting a full scout. We see that 1 Stalker being made to clean it up, but not before it can see everything that's going on. And with that Robo follow-up as well, looks like everything is lining up for a bit of a timing here. And considering how much damage he got, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Definitely. I mean, we can see that Harstem, he is following the trends amongst the Protoss players. You know, that hero style is out, Charge Out Archon is in, and we'll see if Solar can contend against that. He's been doing a decent job at re-droning. He's a little bit supply blocked. 6 Overlords are on the way, but we'll see if he intends to continue droning or just make nothing but roaches from here.
Yeah, and there we go. I must have missed before because it looks like Harstem does actually have those 3 Oracles, just pulled that last one out just in the nick of time, so he is doing a good job keeping all of those alive, and this does help disguise his build as well. So with those extra gateways going down, he does have a 4th on the way behind this, but should be seeing a decent amount of aggression coming out from him. And yeah, considering how many drones he's killed in this early game, I could see this being very effective.
Yeah, definitely. This can be a bit of a kill move, but Solar, he's still making nothing but roaches back at home. He is slowly banking them up, so he will have a force to contend with, as Harstem is revealing his army here on creep, just waiting for that detection to roll on up. At the same time, Solar goes for a Ling run by, but the Oracles are here to protect the fort.
Yeah, the Oracles will be deflecting this. We do see a lot of energy being expended though. 2 of those were activated, and Solar just being annoying, just keeping tabs on him, defending the front as well very effectively with the roaches. Harstem maybe just moving out a bit too early, overestimating his damage.
Yeah, he was a little bit careless here to move on to creep the way that he did, and Solar catches him a little bit off guard. Bearing in mind that Solar, he cut drones at 62, and he has not made a single drone since. He has been making nothing but roaches. He is going for a massive push.
Yeah, I mean, this makes quite a bit of sense as well. If you take that much damage, it makes sense to go all in. If you do that much damage, it makes sense to go all in. And Harstem, he is pretty well unprepared. I think he must have lost one of the Immortals earlier, but very good focus fire with these Oracles is going to be taking out most of these Ravagers.
Yeah, only one Ravager remaining. We have two more on the way. The shield batteries weren't ready in time, but here we go. We have two more behind this. We have the overcharge as well, but Harstem doesn't have the numbers that he needs, and Solar is trying to break on through.
Yeah, these Immortals in the back, they are doing work. These Zealots need to be led through to the front. The Queens, of course, can't get those transfuses off. There's no creep here, but we are starting to break through. It's just the tech units here. The Immortals continuing to break through the army, and Solar's numbers are suddenly dwindling.
Yeah.
I think Harstem has made this hold.
Bearing in mind that Harstem went for a Zealot Rama in the middle of all this, GG gets called, and Harstem takes it 2-0.
That was a sick game out of Harstem.
Oh.
I'm really enjoying his play. It's so nice to see something so different coming out from a Protoss at this level. I mean, you see your own ladder game, so you're probably like, I've seen this 100 times before. But to see this at the pro level, I think is like quite unusual.
Definitely. Like, as you were saying, like, let's be honest, when it comes to the Protoss players at the highest level of play that are willing to cannon rush, they've been slowly disappearing. You know, your SOS, your Parting, Haas has reformed a little bit as well. We just don't see enough of it anymore. You know, we had MC back in the day. Like, these more aggressive Protoss players, they disappeared, Papi. They disappeared. And Zest was never one of those. You know, he was a different kind of ape. So it's really cool to see it here once again, completely catching Solar off guard. And it wasn't just the cannon rush, but like even the follow-up, if you remember, the Adept harass, the Oracle harass, like Harstem was just pulling him apart.
Yeah, definitely. Just got so much damage with all his harass. Just everything flowed into each other so nicely in that game. And yeah, just honestly, just a really, really nice game coming out from Harstem there.
Yeah. Really good, really solid. Towards the end of that game as well, Harstem even went for a Zealot run-by, and that was actually just keeping the reinforcements of Solar back at home as well, and causing a little bit of havoc. So that's also why we didn't see Solar's army being reinforced. And yeah, just GG. Really well played by Harstem. Really solid result here in the group stage of HomeStory Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. So Harstem takes a 2-0 over Solar. Bit of a surprise result there. Will Harstem be able to keep up that form in the group?
Yeah, I mean, with a 2 over Solar and with a 1-1 against Gumiho, like, yeah, he did really well for himself. So yeah, massive shout out to Harstem and how he was able to perform here. And with that, that was our final game of the night, of the broadcast.
Yeah, there we go. We are done for the night. So got to see some pretty cool games tonight, and I think that last game definitely was a highlight for me.
Yeah.
Actually enjoyed some of the Protoss games quite a bit.
Yeah, we had some fun PvPs earlier. We saw the interesting styles of Harstem against Gumiho going for the I mean, again, I'm sure there's like a YouTube video of it, or I'm sure Harstem has used it to success going double Stargate Phoenix with +1. I would love to see that like kind of come to fruition. So yeah, we've had a lot of great games tonight, and thank you so much, Asher, for joining me, Bobby. For joining me.
It was years, but now we are together.
Again, Papi, I'm not letting you go, Papi.
Goodbye.
Oh my god. So thank you for joining us with your lovely lemonade stand as well. You know, able to give out the refreshments to the people.
The seats there.
Yeah,
look at him. It's beautiful.
He's beautiful. He's getting the lemonade, Papi. Oh. Good. Oh my god. And is Rufio okay? We haven't seen Rufus today. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's just sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Doing his thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So thank you so much. We do have one more day of casting for Group B. We're not completely done with Group B. And I will be casting alongside Yaku on Thursday. Yaku Zaku. So we'll be finishing up the remainder of the games in Group B. That will be Harstem versus Cham. That'll be Geralt versus Cham. Harstem versus Nightmare in another PvP. And Solar versus Geralt. So we will be continuing those games. I just want to make sure that Asher got all the Gumiho games.
I noticed that the last one that you casted with Yaku was like all ZVZs.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm really glad I'm not casting this.
Look, I try to cater some of the matches to the people. Okay. We'll see how long I can keep Yaku before he realizes that he's not casting any Terrans. And
he's not getting Terran. He's just like, before every cast, like, maybe today he'll let me have a Terran. Smosh. Or he'll just switch to Zerg. I mean, it'll be the best for him in the long run.
It's the subliminal messaging, you know? I'm trying to convert his mind to become more akin with the Zerg, Papi. I'm trying to break him. Oh my god. But that look, hey look, Yaku, he gets to cast Terrans in ESL Cup Asia, okay? It's fine. Caribbean. But yeah, thank you so much, Asher, for joining me. I hope everyone had a great time tonight. I apologize for my internet dying earlier. The thunderstorm has died down, but it was pretty intense earlier. It was intense, but it was over quick. Okay.
It's okay, we're in December, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
True. We're finally free. Oh god. So for those wondering, we still have not just the remainder of Group B, but we also have Group C as well for casting HomeStory Cup. That's going to be another 2 days, and then we're done. So we don't have that many replay casts left ahead of us. And then we can embrace January. We can embrace the new map pool. We can embrace grass farm and altitude.
I don't want to talk about grass farm.
You'll be fine, Papi. You'll be fine. You know, you're afraid of the map pool now. You're afraid of the ladder, but it's gonna be okay. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. With that, Asher, you streamed over the weekend. When's the next stream, Papi? When's the next stream?
I don't know. Probably when I feel like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. I've kind of been enjoying playing less StarCraft lately. Not gonna lie.
I can relate. You know, like I've also been a little bit lax on my ladder streams. I've been playing more Final Fantasy and all that stuff. But you know, I'm a Zerg player, so the new map pool, I'm sure I'm gonna embrace it in open arms, Papi. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm more keen to play on the new maps than I thought. So maybe I'll do a little stream at some point.
Yeah, exactly. We'll otherwise, I'll drag you on for 2v2s. Okay.
Okay. I mean, the 2v2 maps are the same. I'll mass Ravens. I'll do something. I'll cope somehow.
Mass Widow mine, Papi. Mass
Libs. We should have done that at some point. That'd have been funny.
That's
That's pretty gross. Yeah. What? How about you? When are you streaming? Streaming tomorrow?
If I'm awake, I will be streaming some ladder tomorrow on the new map pool for the very first time. So if you want to tune into live yet, I can do my best Solar impression.
Oh yeah. I will send Hydras to their death.
I'll mass Hydra and die, and I'll also lose 20 drones to a cannon rush. It's gonna be amazing. So if you want to tune into that, then you can follow me on Twitch light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do try to stream throughout the week, so if you're interested, I got you covered. Otherwise, if you are only interested in our casting of StarCraft, then we're going to be continuing HomeStory Cup on Thursday. And I believe after that we have ESL Open Cup Asia over the weekend. So we try our best to bring you as much StarCraft as possible. Again, we don't have as many events going on at the moment because, you know, the year has kind of wrapped up and we're kind of in the off season until 2 weeks from now when I Am Katowice is upon us. And then the hype continues, Papi. Let's go.
Nice. Hell yeah. Kind of excited for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Zergs win everything, I get to complain for like a while.
Yeah, you're always complaining. Nothing will change.
I get more ammo.
There you go, mate. There you go. Oh, God. Asher, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night? Also, everyone, Happy Lunar New Year. We didn't get to mention it earlier, but Happy New Year. Yeah.
新年快乐.
Yeah, 快乐. Do you have anything else you want to say, Ash?
No. Just when you go to the new maps, don't forget to bring a towel.
Oh. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.